apply the same simple rule. If I don't know, I go back to what? Those who know. It is an obligation. It's not a choice. Did you hear me? It is not something, because honestly, the emails that I received kind of got me a little bit worried. It came to my attention that some might think following a scholar is just a matter of, maybe if I want to, I can. Listen, it's either you yourself is a jurist, meaning that you have the ability to open the Quran, to open the Hadith, and extract laws, or you follow someone that can. There's only one thing in the middle. One who is at that level so high, he is not a jurist, but he does not qualify to be a mujtahid, to be a follower. What does he become? A muhtar. He takes in the precaution measure that he looks at all what the jurist said and take the most precautious of all sayings. But not anyone can do it. You need to be a scholar at an advanced level to do it. So let's stick to the jurist or a follower. So you're either a jurist and a follower. Now I have many different jurists. Obviously, let's look at if I have many different surgeons. I have a problem with my eyes. God forbid. I need surgery to be done on my eyes. Do I say, oh, I just found an eye surgeon, here, come do surgery? Or what do? I check his qualifications, his backgrounds, how well is he? And what would I do? I pick the most, the highest, and the best expert amongst all of them. Right or wrong? Will I say, oh, you know what? I don't have an internet, I don't have a phone, I don't have access to them. Oh, believe me, it's my eyes. I will go, I'll knock on doors, I will try, I will ask, I will check. Why? It's my eyes. SubhanAllah, it comes to my religion. You know, they're all in Qum Najaf. I don't have access to Qum Najaf. But if it's your eyes, I will make sure I know what school it graduates, what scholar, what surgeon, and I will see, and I will check, and I will find out myself. Well, you know what? The best one speaks Russian. Let me find a Russian translator. Well, I say, too bad. No, seriously, honestly, when you say, I don't know Russian, I cannot go to that expert. Would you say that? Would you say that if your eyes needed surgery and he was the best surgeon? Would you say, because he's Russian, darn it, I do not know Russian. Let me go to the second person in line and leave the Russian. Would I do that? Would I? No, I will find a translator. I will learn Russian myself. Dude, it's my eyes. What about your religion? Furthermore, they are the ones the Imam is telling you. It's not a choice. فَأَمَّا الْحَوَادِثَ الْوَاقِعَةُ فَارْجِعُوا فِيهَا إِلَى رُوَاةِ حَدِيثِنَا فَإِنَّهُمْ حُجَّتِي عَلَيْكُمْ وَأَنَا حُجَّةُ اللَّهِ عَلَيْهِمْ. As for the issues, go back to those who narrate our hadith. They are my proof on you, and I am the proof on them. Meaning what? Here are the experts, go back to them. Now when we have experts, obviously, I would want to pick the best of experts. If they're all the same, that's different. But if I can know that one of them is best at this field of extracting laws, then what do I have to do? Pick the best, which we call the most knowledgeable. And don't come and tell me, well, he has to be the most knowledgeable in politics. No. The most knowledgeable means the most knowledgeable in applying the tools necessary to extract law. Whether it's in politics, whether it's in medicine, whether it's in whatever it is, engineering, it doesn't matter. Why? Because our scholars, dear brothers and sisters, depend on subject matter experts to identify the subject matter, then they look at it and give you the law and the verdict. They're not the experts on the subject matter itself. If we talk, for example, let's talk about, come up with a certain product that just came out to the market. Do we take the product and say, dear Agha Sistani, can you tell us if this is halal or haram? Say Sistani, when he looks at this product, he's not the subject matter expert on this product. What does he do? He would employ the experts on these products and ask what are they made of? How are they composed? What did they go through? And then based on what the subject matter experts tell him, he says do or don't, eat or don't eat. That's what they do, all our scholars. So, and this, they become our link to the 12th Holy Imam. We don't have a choice in this. Oh, you know what, I don't want them. No, it's not up to you. You want the Imam, you have to go through them. They are the wasila to the Imam alayhi salam. They are the wasila to the Imam. Telling me, I'm not sure if you're telling me I don't want to follow the Imam alayhi salam. When he puts the wasila for you, it's an obligation that you follow it. It's an obligation that you follow, unless you know you're an expert, great. That's it. But if you're not an expert yourself, you have to go back to the expert. And let me tell you, من أفتى بغير علم, whoever gives a verdict with no knowledge, even to himself, فليتبوأ مقعده من النار. Let him be assured there's a place, a seat for him ready in hell. Even if it's right, by the way. It turns out to be right, but the fact you gave a verdict from yourself and you're not qualified, you have just first raw seat and where? Right there in hell. Okay? So this is why when we talk about Imam al-Hujjah alayhi salam, we're talking about our scholars. When we talk about scholars, we're talking about linking ourselves to them. We have to keep on asking them. And you know what? When you talk about Sayyid Sistani, for example, I'm going to give him as an example. Sometimes when I ask, I don't even, every time I have to go to Sayyid Sistani directly. In the Hawza, in Najaf and Qom, there are a lot of people who give you what Sayyid Sistani thinks, how he does things, his ideas. If I want Sheikh Ishaq Fayyad, same thing. The more I relate myself to the Islamic seminary, the more I realize, dear brothers and sisters, you don't understand what goes out there. You go into the house and you'll see how vibrant and lively it is. How the issues, they are open to discussing anything. But do me a favor, don't just throw things at them. If you have a job, if you're a chemist, for example, or a pharmacist, now, if something new came up, and I wanted to know what is this all about, if every day, imagine every day, I come and ask you, by the way, what is this? Next day, what is this? Third day, what is this? Fourth day, what is this? And I keep on asking. What would I say? As soon as I see you, I run away. He asks too many questions. Right or wrong? And the thing is, they're not serious. If I want something serious from my scholars, what do I expect from them? That they put the time, right? Right or wrong? I want to ask you a question. Did you put the time to research in the first place, then to ask them? We become so impatient when it comes to our scholars. We try to criticize, to put them down, to do this and that, when we actually don't know. I am one out of 200 million people who ask them, these scholars, wherever they are. I have walked into the offices of the Maraji and I've seen the stacks of papers that come every single day. And believe me, remember yesterday what I said? Two things that distinguish our scholars and our Maraji. First of all, what? Their independence in knowledge, and what is the second thing? Their independence in money. Look right now, go to Najaf. Najaf, we think right now we have a government that is led by a Shia bloc, etc. Now they're going to build Najaf and dump the money on Najaf and this and that, right? You know, Sayyid Sistani didn't even get 1 penny and refuses to receive 1 penny from the government. And you know how many people, how many students that are supported by the khums we pay for Sayyid Sistani? At least 50,000 students. 50,000 students in Qom that say Sistani is responsible for them. And I'm just sharing this number because that's what I know. And these are solid data. It's not something that just made, you know, I'm positive. They might be more. Yet, they refuse to take 1 penny from the governments. You know why? You know why? So they stay independent. So, at any moment, with one statement, a government can fall and another can rise. And the Sayyid and the Marja'iyya is completely independent. And by the way, see our scholars, our Maraja in Najaf and Qom, dispel this myth that they don't talk to one another. All the Maraja, I saw it in my own eyes, I've experienced it. Although Sayyid Sistani is considered Marja' al-Ta'ifa, but Sayyid Sistani, anything that happens, he consults with the other Maraja in Najaf and in Qom. And he keeps them abreast of what's happening, and he listens to what their input is. And in my own eyes and ears, when things came and I wanted, for example, an answer from Sheikh Ishaq Fayyad, or say Sa'id al-Hakim or others, their words were, this is our opinion, but issues of this scale you go to Sayyid Sistani because he is the one leading now. The problem is not in the Maraja. An issue happened when you talked about the Eid. They solved it, Najaf is solved. You know, all the Maraja, because of their opinions, the Eid might fall on a different day. Usually, because of the opinion of Sayyid Sistani, scientifically, its application is a bit different than the others. Usually, it's the last one. The others solved it. Let's say Sayyid Hakim had the Eid, according to him, is on Friday and Sayyid Sistani on Saturday. It happened. Every year it's happening. Sayyid Hakim issues, Sheikh Ishaq Fayyad issues a letter to all his followers. Tomorrow is the beginning of Shawwal. Tomorrow no one can fast. My offices are closed. We celebrate the day of Eid with everyone on Saturday. Period. He solved it. Don't make an issue of the Eid here or anywhere else. At the end of the day, we respect everyone. If I celebrate the Eid today, and my brother is celebrating tomorrow, what does it mean? He's obligated to fast today, I'm not. So I can wait and have fun with tomorrow. Furthermore, you know what I can do? I'll celebrate it today. He'll come and join me but fast, and tomorrow I celebrate with him and we have 2 Eids. Why not give our children 2 Eids? Actually, it's a blessing. You know why? Now, because it's really cool that we have 2 different opinions. Honestly, you know why? Because now instead of having 3 nights of power, we have 6. And they're all legitimate. You cannot say, well, one of you listen, as long as you have a good legitimate reason, do the night of power. You have 6 nights. Really, is that a problem now? Is that a problem to have 6 nights? Is it? Is it? No. All right, then what's the problem? And 2 days of Eid instead of 1? I don't understand. It's fun. It's good. It celebrates our wealth of diversity and knowledge. Some, no. Listen, you can take it the way you take it. I choose to take it, the cup is half full. You choose to take it, the cup is what? Half empty. That's your problem. You can be positive or you can be negative. I choose to be positive. See how we solve our problems? We move forward. But when can we do that? You know the simple thing about Shia Muslims? With the diversity of different scholars that we have, I don't care who you follow. We have many different jurists, many different maraja. Right or wrong, maybe 7, 8, whatever it is. As a Shia Muslim, if they are qualified, this jurist, this mujtahid, if he is qualified, I'm obligated to accept their opinions. Hold on. To accept their opinions. But I'm obligated to follow only one. I accept all of them, but what do? I follow only one of them. Some people say what? All these maraja, they contradict with one another, right? Do they contradict? They cannot contradict. You know why? When does contradiction take place? Contradiction takes place when there is certainty about the issue. If there is certainty, there is no ijtihad in the first place. It is absolutely impossible that our jurists contradict. Again, why? Because when does contradiction take place? It takes place when there is a fact, solid certainty. Prayer is obligated. Have you ever seen any living scholar saying, no. Prayers is not obligated. I don't like prayers. This is not a scholar. There's something wrong with him. As a matter of fact, this is not a Muslim. I should not even listen to him. I should not even pay attention to him. When someone comes and tries to change religion, I should not even listen to them. I should make sure that I cannot be silent when I see someone walking in and saying, you know what, I don't like the prayers. The prayer is not a priority. The prayer, no, hold on. Where do you come up with these opinions of yours? Where do you come up with this stuff? Don't start changing religion. If you don't stop and stop these individuals, you know what you're doing? You are helping the enemies of the Imam Sahib al-Asr wa Zaman. These individuals who try to eat into religion, in the name of religion, they are the enemies of the 12th Holy Imam. They are the ones doing what? Destruction to religion, while the Imam is trying to do what? Preservation to religion. This is very simple. Let me not on the simple thing stand back and say, you know what, I don't want to get into these issues. No, you don't get involved in these issues. What happens? You allow those who do corruption to prevail. And you just stopped the movement and the appearance of the 12th Holy Imam. I don't know, how could you then say, Allahumma ajil faraja, sahil makhraja, Allahumma kulli waliyyak al-hujjat ibn Hasan. Don't be a liar then. How can I lie and say, oh 12th Holy Imam, Allahumma kulli waliyyak al-hujjat ibn Hasan, salawatuka wa salamuka alayhi wa ala abaihi fi hadhi sa'u. And I'm saying all this yet, when the reality of his appearance comes and someone comes and says, you know what, salat is not important. Hold on. Where did he come up with this? Today salat is not important, tomorrow what? Siyam is not important. Then they start with the branches and they go up to the roots of religion. You say, let me tell you, it's dangerous when people say, you know what, I know I took a long time. It's the last night. What can you say? I want to point this. I know all of us talk about the issue of Eid with a good heart. But when we start saying we want one Eid, you're creating one of the most dangerous acts against religion. Let me explain to you how. What I'm saying is, I don't want the scholars to think independently. I want them all to do what? To stop their ijtihad and only make one scholar. So what am I doing here? Simply, step by step, I'm stopping the mechanism and the dynamics of ijtihad. And what am I doing? I'm becoming like the Hanafis, the Shafi'is, and the Malikis. They have the Shafi'i, Imam Shafi'i, God knows how many 1200 years ago, and they stopped right there. They can't think anymore. Why? No, I want unity. How do we care about unity? Where did we come up with this issue of unity? How do we define unity is what? Does it mean that I let go of what I believe and I let go of what I want just for the sake of one simple act? No, I don't think so. Sorry. I'm not going to compromise the fact that my religion as Shia Muslims survive today because of ijtihad. It's so vibrant and alive because of ijtihad. Yeah, along the way there were mistakes. There were issues still we're scratching our head trying to solve. But that's the beauty. We are open thinkers. We're liberal. We're able to think outside the box. Why? Because we are not pulled by a thought outside the text that happened God knows how many years ago. No, the text itself, in its originality, until today, we live it. But in its dynamics. So I start stopping ijtihad on Eid. What happens? I start stopping ijtihad on the beginning of the month. Then I start stopping ijtihad on prayers, stopping ijtihad on tahara, little by little, on transaction, on this, on that, on this, on that, lockdown. And you know what? Do me a favor. Why not go back to the opinions of Shaykh al-Mufid 1200 years ago and follow him? We don't need any new opinions. We don't need it. Right or wrong, let's not put landmines on our own pathway. So we blow ourselves in our own hands. Let's think about these ideas that we want to implement before we start talking about them and calling for them. Our system is amazing. The Shayyu and Shi'ism is marvelous. It's beautiful. I assure you, I've read since I was a kid until today. Whatever I can, I listen to everyone. You know what? Never close your ears. Listen to everyone. Anyone that comes up with ideas. Because people like to learn. And if you're strong, what defines your strength? Your ideas. And the weakest man and woman is one who fears someone else's ideas. Man, that is so weak. No, listen. Correct. Maybe you advance. And do me a favor. Don't take one person with everything he does or reject him in everything he does. No. I might have in all my lectures, I might have some good ideas and bad ideas. I have ideas that you can take and develop further than you come and teach me. See, we help each other. There was a brother in Detroit. Before he went to the house in Najaf, he attended many of my sessions. I told him, he said, say, give me an advice before I leave to the house. I said, and he said, how do I measure myself if I was successful or not? I told him, very simple. In 3 years or 4 years, inshallah, when you come back, you should be teaching me. He said, oh no. I said, oh yeah. Because if I still have to teach you, man, we did nothing. But the idea is, you go, I gave you what I have, you go advance yourself, now you're better than me, you come and teach me so I can advance. We have a wrong way of thinking, oh that's it, I am all and I'm everything. No. If I don't keep up my every single day I have to read. I don't care what happens, I'm reading. And you know what? Reading, it takes a little bit of habit, but reading gives you energy. I think since yesterday I slept only, I don't know, 20 minutes or something. Why? I couldn't sleep because of reading. It gives you energy. I don't recommend it, by the way. No, it's because, but seriously, you become a grabbing energy. Why? Your mind, it's amazing when you start thinking. Have you ever slept thinking about what you read? Man, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. I'm telling you, dear brothers and sisters, you were created, and everything else was created to serve you. وَسَخَّرَ لَكُمْ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَمَا فِي الْأَرْضِ. Allah Azza wa Jalla made everything subservient to you, mankind. What have you done? I hope, inshallah, I remind myself, and these words of mine become a good memory for everything that I do. I ask Allah Azza wa Jalla that I learn and you teach me. I ask Allah Azza wa Jalla that He forgives me for all my shortcomings. For I have said much, and the worst and the most tested are the ones who talk. And boy, at least I have 9 hours of talk. And this is a responsibility. I hope that I can achieve and I can be a servant to those who serve Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. And I hope you can be also servants of those who serve Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. I ask Allah that we become servants for His 12th holy, for the 12th holy Imam, for His proof on earth, for the one that will bring the religion back. for the one that will be the savior to mankind and humanity. Dear brothers and sisters, if anything I said in the past few nights might not be clear, do me a favor. h.allaloom@imam-us.org. Ask the brothers who are responsible here, they'll give you my email. Ask. Ask and ask and ask. If I'm wrong, I'll apologize and I'll learn. If I'm right, I'll clarify and you'll all benefit it. I ask you again and again to forgive me, inshallah, to ask Allah Azza wa Jal for guidance for all of us. And let us stand up and make sure we push this community, the community of the 12th Holy Imam. You are the section of it in the Idara Ja'fariyah. The larger community, the 12th Holy Imam, the community that would revive, the community that will save, the community that will be assisting the 12th Holy Imam. And the last of our prayers, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, والصلاة والسلام على خاتم الأنبياء والمرسلين حبيب قلوبنا شفيع ذنوبنا أبي القاسم محمد وعلى آل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين.
Ya Hussein.
सजाद मैं ज़ैनब हूँ, तू मेरे सर पे रिदा कोई नहीं, बाज़ार जफ़ा सजाद मैं ज़ैनब हूँ, मेरे सर पे रिदा कोई नहीं, बाज़ार जफ़ा मजमा है